Just how Catholic do you have to be to attend this school? Right now, Saskatoon's Catholic School Division accepts students baptized in a number of Christian denominations. Not baptized? Not a problem. Not yet. The court ruling gives the government and schools until June of next year to figure this out.
This simply cannot stand. I mean, consider the implications here. You could have, if this had to be implemented by June of 2018, you could, in that subsequent fall, you could have massively overpopulated public schools and empty or near empty separate schools. You could actually risk the viability of community schools because there's a number of people who will choose to send their students to the school closest to them. Think of in rural Saskatchewan where perhaps the only school in the community or nearby is a separate school. And so those who would normally maybe go to a public school, they send their kids there because to bus them another hour or, and that's not inconceivable with this ruling is not acceptable for families.
We asked Regina and Saskatoon Catholic Schools to tell us roughly how many non-Catholic students they have. They said they're still gathering that information and they define Catholic differently. In Regina, you're considered a Catholic student if one of your parents was baptized Catholic. Now here in Saskatoon, it's the student, him or herself, who has to have that baptismal certificate.
Not sure if I really have too many big feelings on it. I just think it's kind of silly.
Would it affect your kids at all, or?
Yeah, my daughter won't be in a Catholic school any longer.
You have your right to go wherever you like, but don't expect extra funding for it.
If the students aren't Catholic and they all end up going to the public schools, that's a problem for them as well because they're going to be full to capacity and then over.
With the changes with the 9 schools that are going to be opening and then now this, you've got these brand new buildings that are probably going to be sitting there half empty. I can see both sides, but I really hope it gets overturned just for the sake of the kids. A lot of really good kids go to this school, and I'd hate for them to have the option of having faith in their life.
For his part, the Premier says his government is looking at every available option to maneuver around this decision. He says this will not mean the end of public money for Catholic schools.
This is a very serious decision and has national implications as well. I think the last thing we need to do is resurrect the whole separate school question. I think things work quite well right now in the province.
Last week's decision came after 12 years of legal wrangling. Lawyers for the province and for Catholic schools say they're still trying to figure out how they'll proceed and whether they'll file an appeal. Jennifer Quesnel, CBC News, Saskatoon.